Welcome back to the channel, guys. So we are at the Hella Stance Garage #1, and we are back to working on the Civic that I had pulled and basically got it. So in this episode, what I'm going to be doing is prepping the engine bay for paint. So I have a wire wheel that will cut real hard. We also have this paint and rust remover. I'm hoping that'll also be pretty corrosive to get most of this off. And then a couple of just sanding blocks. And Shannon's here to help. He was supposed to bring the drill and also some sanding disc for my sander, but that didn't happen. So we have some Scotch-Brite. Some of this stuff that's gonna be pretty hard to get into, like such as this area here. I'm actually not gonna be grinding this down. I'm gonna leave that there because we're not going for show quality. This is gonna be, just throw a turbo engine in it and have some fun. But at least I can clean up the bay a little bit, so that way when we are at the shows, it'll be nice and presentable, I guess. So most of this stuff is not coming off just because I really do not want to spend the time to go back over and weld all that down and then Bondo back over all of it. But we're going to try to get as much of these holes covered up as possible throughout this process. But for today, as of right now, all we're going to basically be doing is just sanding and trying to get it a little cleaned up. So I'll throw you guys on the time lapse and we'll have that going right now. Alright guys, so we've been at it for a little while now, and this sucks, but we still gotta do the firewall. I got most of this side is looking good. We just gotta do the bottom of that, inside, back there, and inside. The rest of this stuff is a little harder to get with the grinder, so what I did was I just took a bunch of the Scotch-Brite, cut them up, stuck it in here, and then I'm gonna put it on the end of the drill, and just so I could get inside the crevices. All I'm really trying to do is get it scuffed up to where primer will stick to it. So I'm gonna keep working, and we'll see how it goes. Alright guys, so before I keep going too far, what I'm gonna do is actually grind all these tabs off right here. And I'm just gonna use this little grinder, cut those tabs off, and then that way just keep going with it. Alright guys, so I got all the tabs grinded off. So it's all nice and clean now. And then I'm not quite sure how I'm gonna get in there for the most part. So I'm thinking what I'm probably gonna do is end up buying like an aircraft remover and just brush it on, see how well that works, and then we'll just pressure wash the whole engine bay. But I think we did a pretty good job so far on it. I don't know, maybe another hour or two grinding, we might be able to just paint right over it. We'll see. But I'm gonna call it night for this. So I'm gonna come back, hit it again here tomorrow or the day after, whenever I got time to get back up in the shop. But it's coming along, so hopefully here soon everything will be done. We started grinding on this. This is about 5 hours worth of work, and we're nowhere where I wanted to be. So I went ahead and taped off some of the holes on the inside, and what we're gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna spray it down with a little bit of paint stripper against the firewall and some of the hard to read places, and then we'll give it a quick power wash and see how it comes out. Alright, so we got this whatever paint stripper. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the rest of the bay, and then we'll check on it here in about like 15 minutes. Alright guys, so it's probably been about like 30 minutes. It is now dark out. But anyways, it's been sitting on here for a sec, so let's hit it with the pressure washer, see what happens. Alright guys, so putting that paint stripper on it, actually really, all it did was just kind of loosen up the paint. The pressure washer wasn't strong enough to actually get any of it off. So I actually hit it with a wire wheel on the drill master, and we knocked most of it down. So I'm gonna go ahead and shoot it again. We'll get that all off, we'll soap it up, get it nice and cleaned, and then yeah, I'll put a thin coat of primer on, see how well it sticks. And some of these darker spots here and there, probably gonna have to sand that, level it out, but we'll spray some primer on it. We'll see how it looks. All right, this is where we're at. So don't mind the rags. Another ghetto. Eventually the subframe is gonna get painted black when I drop it down. So a little bit overspray is gonna be okay. I'm not a big worry about it. So originally I was gonna use this, but I'm actually gonna use this in one of those guns over there now. So we'll get this mixed up real quick. I think we only have enough to do a quart. I'm not quite sure. It's pretty low. So we'll see how it goes, because it's a 4-to-1 mixture on this, and I have never done this before. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix that up. You guys gonna go along for the ride with me, and we'll see how well I do. All right, boys, there it is. So, not too bad with the first time primer. The lid was loose, and I had a couple of drips, which not a big deal. Once that dries up, I'll just sand it smooth. And then, yeah, same thing with the subframe. Go ahead and drop that and paint that black eventually. But as of right now, I think it looks pretty good. It's definitely not show car quality, but once the paint's on there, hopefully everything will look good. So I'm gonna go ahead and call that for the video. I hope you guys like, share, and subscribe. It really does help when you guys do hit the subscribe button. But yeah, it's coming along. So hopefully it won't be another month or so when I update another video of us doing running the rest of the stuff. So there is a few things, such as those holes there. I would like to close that up. There's a couple of these smaller unnecessary ones, and I'm not quite sure what's going on with that. Looks like the previous owner grinded off a bracket that used to be there. So a couple small things here and there I would like to address. So that'll probably be the next. Oh man, we already got debris on it. So yeah, that'll probably be like the next thing I do, would be running the rest of the lines, finishing it up, and then, oh no, I'll have to do some grinding and a little bit of welding, and then I can paint. But you guys tune in to them, or tune in next time. I'll reveal the paint color and a couple other things that we're gonna go ahead and pull the trigger on with this. So I'll see you guys in the next video.